In the morning sun where the flowers bloom, colors burst like a painter's dream come true. Roses red and violets blue, every petal whispers something new. From tiny seeds to trees so grand, every leaf and bird, it's all at hand. Hello, hello plant, welcome to the show, where every flower tells a story. Watch them grow. Hello, hello plant, in every shade and hue, for every heart and every hand, we've got something for you. Indoor greens and outdoor scenes, design your space, let your garden dreams glide. Personal touch with our garden design, free sessions to blend within your budget line. From tiny seeds to trees so grand, every leaf and bird, it's all at hand. Hello, hello plant, welcome to the show, where every flower tells a story. Watch them grow. Hello, hello plant, in every shade and hue, for every heart and every hand, we've got something for you. Now everybody, let's say hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello plant, welcome to the show, where every flower tells a story. Watch them grow. Hello, hello plant, in every shade and hue, for every heart and every hand, we've got something for you. Indoor greens and outdoor scenes, design your space, let your garden dreams glide. Personal touch with our garden design, free sessions to blend within your budget line. From tiny seeds to trees so grand, every leaf and bird, it's all at hand. Hello, hello plant, welcome to the show, where every flower tells a story. Watch them grow. Hello, hello plant, in every shade and hue, for every heart and every hand, we've got something for you. Now everybody, let's say hello, 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 hello plant, welcome to the show, where every flower tells a story. Watch them grow. Hello, hello plant, in every shade and hue, for every heart and every hand, we've got something for you. Now everybody, let's say hello, 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 hello plant, welcome to the show, where every flower tells a story. Watch them grow. Hello, hello plant, in every shade and hue, for every heart and every hand, we've got something for you, just for you. In the morning sun where the flowers bloom, colors burst like a painter's dream come true. Roses red and violets blue, every petal whispers something new. From tiny seeds to trees so grand, every leaf and bird, it's all at hand. Hello, hello plant, welcome to the show, where every flower tells a story, or watch them grow. Hello, hello plant, in every shade and hue, for every heart and every hand, we've got something for you. Indoor greens and outdoor scenes, design your space, let your garden dreams glide. Personal touch with our garden design, free sessions to blend within your budget line. From tiny seeds to trees so grand, every leaf and bird, it's all at hand. Hello, hello plant, welcome to the show, where every flower tells a story, or watch them grow. Hello, hello plant, in every shade and hue, for every heart and every hand, we've got something for you. Now everybody, let's say hello, 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 hello plant, welcome to the show, where every flower tells a story, or watch them grow. Hello, hello plant, in every shade and hue, for every heart and every hand, we've got something for you. Indoor greens and outdoor scenes, design your space, let your garden dreams glide. Personal touch with our garden design, free sessions to blend within your budget line. From tiny seeds to trees so grand, every leaf and bird, it's all at hand. Hello, hello plant, welcome to the show, where every flower tells a story, or watch them grow. Hello, hello plant, in every shade and hue, for every heart and every hand, we've got something for you. Now everybody, let's say hello, 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 hello plant, welcome to the show, where every flower tells a story, or watch them grow. Hello, hello plant, in every shade and hue, for every heart and every hand, we've got something for you. Now everybody, let's say hello, 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 hello plant, welcome to the show, where every flower tells a story, watch them grow. Hello, hello plant, and every shade and hue, for every heart and every hand, we've got something for you, just for you. In the morning sun where the flowers bloom, colors burst like a painter's dream come true. Roses red and violets blue, every petal whispers something new. From tiny seeds to trees so grand, every leaf and bird, it's all at hand. Hello, hello, plant.
Hello, hello. Welcome to our Grower Direct flash sale. And what we've got here is Derek, the Irish gorilla, direct from Dublin, and he's an Irish folk dancing gorilla. He knows how to do that Irish folk dancing real good. And if you stay tuned, you'll actually see our Irish gorilla folk dancing. But the big thing today is that we've got some fantastic specials. What it is, I've been out with the growers this week, and they've given me some awesome deals, some amazing deals. So I've got some amazing deals from the growers, and there's 100 of them, a little over 100 actually. So I've got a little over 100 deals for you, and the idea, what I've done is I've worked on having, you know, some nice bright things for you to colour up the house for Christmas. I've got trees, hedges, ground covers, flowers, everything that you need for a garden project. So if you want to put a garden project together for a really good price, now is the time to do it at our Grower Direct flash sale. Now, what it is, when you spend over $300, we've got free delivery over most of the inhabited parts of Victoria, and basically you can go online, you can jump in the car, come down here, fill up the back of the car with this bargains. You can ring up and order over the phone. If you see something you really want today, just ring up and tell our staff to put it aside for you right now. Or come down this weekend, and all of these flash sale bargains are available right through till next Friday lunchtime, or until sold out, because there's only limited numbers of most things. So until sold out, or until lunchtime on next Friday, these items are for sale, and you can buy them online. You can come in here, you can get on the phone. If you wanted to go right now and see all of our bargains, you can scan this QR code here, and that'll take you to a page with over 100 bargains. So there we are. So start of the Grower Direct flash sale. Let's get started.
All right, this is our Grower Direct flash sale. We're going to the first item here.
Okay, now here's a great thing. What's happened in Melbourne is a little beetle has moved down from Queensland, and this little beetle devastates lily-pilly hedges, eats them silly. At any rate, but what it is, there's a couple of varieties that he doesn't like, and one of them, this one here, is called green screen, and it's a fast-growing, tough one. It'll take a fair bit of frost, so quite good for our cooler climate here. Quite a bit of frost, take plenty of heat, grow nice and quick, lovely fine dense foliage, make a beautiful hedge. But the thing with your green screen is the beetle doesn't eat it. So you don't need to spray, you don't need to worry about the beetle devastating your hedge. And so really good tough hedge. Now these were $39.99, and we're doing them for $24.99. $24.99. Now that's not going to last. There's a bit of a shortage of lily pillies at the moment, and it's a bit of an amazing deal. $24.99, 1 metre tall green screen lily pillies.
Perfect. Only part of our Grower Direct flash sale, so do act fast if you do want to get these at those prices.
Yeah. Now this is a beautiful little double white daisy. A lot of people don't like that yellow centre in the middle of the daisy because it's a double flower. It hasn't got the yellow centre. Double white daisy. Now if you went to one of them big stores, they'd be charging $12.99. I'm doing these for $9.99. So $9.99 for a beautiful double white daisy. Can't go wrong. Double white daisy, $9.99. Now these ones here, in Chinese legend, these are a money plant, and it's a large leaf jade. And what Chinese people do is they put these in a nice pot. They put one at the front door, one at the back door, and the feng shui of these plants here will attract wealth. So these are a fabulous investment because they've been marked down. They're only $19.99. And I've had one of these in a pot for about 10 years now, and it looks fantastic. I forget to water it for months. I don't worry about it, and it just grows fantastically. They're a wonderful plant to have in a pot. But Dahlia, this could make you well off by putting one at the front door, one at the back door. Ancient Chinese legend, they call it a money plant, and they're only $19.99. So you don't have to pay much money to get yourself a good money plant.
All right, Divya asks on Facebook, are there any indoor plants, please, in this sale?
I think we'll do one. Remind me at the end. Let's do some fabulous indoor plant deal for her. Okay.
All right, Divya, stick to the end and
stay to the end and remind me. I've got something in mind.
All right, Divya.
Something will make you go,
wow. You might need
wow.
to remind us, Divya, as well. It's a 2-hour show.
Yeah, write it on the back of your hand.
Hang around or come back.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, gorillas have got fabulous memories. What he'll do is he'll tap you on the shoulder at the end of the show,
There you go.
And when that tap comes on your shoulder, you'll suddenly remember that you've got to do
Divya's
an indoor
plant request.
Yeah.
Also, we've got a comment here from Iro. I can't say this name, but I'm saying they're watching from Bali.
Wow.
Wow. They're probably sipping on a coconut on the beach.
Yeah, coconut with a little bit of margarita in it. It'd be fabulous. Yeah, so what we've got here is a beautiful dahlia. Now this is going to flower all summer long. They flower like crazy. So if you want a bit of colour in your garden for Christmas, want a bit of colour through the summer, get yourself some of these dahlias, water them and fertilise them. They'll grow and grow and grow, and they'll flower and flower and flower. And a lot of stores are charging $16.99. We're giving these away for $19.99. $9.99. It's up to $9.99.
Really even better. $9.99.
Yeah.
And they make a good cut flower gift, wouldn't they? Instead of a cut flower, you could get this.
Now this one here is called Tequila Sunrise, and it's got a beautiful multicoloured flower, and it's only $9.99. So beautiful. Now, and seriously, at a lot of stores these are costing $16.99. So at $9.99 you can't go wrong. Colour up the garden for Christmas.
Sina asks, hello, what do you recommend to keep snails off strawberries without using pallets?
Go out at night. Oh, actually, what you can do is you can get a saucer and half bury it in the garden and fill it up with beer.
Yes,
and a lot of people don't know this, but snails actually don't mind a beer. Anyway, what happens, they go out there and they
have a Guinness or just any old beer?
Just any old beer.
Right.
I think in a side dry is pretty good. It really brings the snails around. But anyway, so what happens...
Hashtag not sponsored.
Yeah,
go on.
You're not sponsored by a side dry, the number one beer for attracting snails.
Yeah. So you do a shallow dish, put the beer in.
And you put the beer in it. What happens is they come out of the bushes and they smell the beer and they come up and they start drinking it. And then what happens is that they start to become inebriated, and as they become more inebriated, they go deeper and deeper into the beer, and they having such a good time that they drown.
Yeah.
And so in the morning,
it's a happy death.
Yeah, it's a happy death. And so in the morning there'll be all these dead drunk snails in the bottom of the bowl.
All right, give that a go, C-Nut. Let us know how you go. Sakura Blue says dahlias are not only wonderful colour, they are interesting looking as well.
Yeah, I love dahlias. Now what we've got here is Dichondra Emerald Falls. Now your Dichondra Emerald Falls, this is the sort of, well, let's say it, this is the sexy Dichondra. This is the one that weeps. You put in a hanging basket and it'll cascade over the side of your hanging basket. It's a really beautiful, and you put it in a pot and it'll cascade over the side. It's a sort of a beautiful weeping Dichondra. And these are normally pretty pricey. They're normally $16.99. We're doing these ones here for $10.99. So if you've got a couple of old hanging baskets, you can bung these in there, water and fertilise them. In no time at all, they'll be cascading over the side and looking fantastic.
Beautiful. And for those of you who are just watching us or joining us now, the reason the gorilla is in the green outfit is his Derek, straight from Ireland, the gorilla, and we're celebrating our Green Friday sale at the moment. Instead of doing the traditional Black Friday, we have a Green Friday sale. Do you want to just tell maybe the viewers, Chris, what's on in the Green Friday sale? Like what sort of specials have we got in the Green Friday sale?
Okay, so we've got the Green Friday sale on now, and we've got all sorts of things. We've got beautiful potted colour, we've got hedges, we've got magnolias, we've got some amazingly priced items, some things that you normally couldn't get, much cheaper than your local nursery, because we go out direct to the growers, and the growers will release a few of this or a few of that or a lot of those, and then we've got them. So there's rare magnolias that normally cost a fortune going cheap. There's all sorts of beautiful things. We've even got beautiful pots going for half price. So Dichondra Silver Falls, And now this is a very versatile plant. Use this as a ground cover, grow it in a hanging basket, put in the bottom of your pots and have it cover the bottoms of your pots. Like if you had a beautiful red maple in a pot, you could put this underneath and have a lovely contrasting silver finish, and it looks beautiful draped over the side. Like for instance, if you had a grey pot like this pot here, and you planted a nice big bushy plant in it, and then you planted one of this and you had these cascading over the side. Yeah. See how it looks nice cascading over the side of that? So very versatile and useful plant. Bit pricey in the shops, but we've got them for $9.99. So $9.99 for beautiful big bushy silver falls.
Carp Dad 3000 says shout out to the drunk snails.
Now what we've got is we've got pots. Now we've gone directly to the manufacturer and we've got a deal on these pots. These pots here, this is the GardenLite corrugated cylinder with legs, right? So nice little legs on it. This would be very smart for putting your indoor plants in. Nice around the house. Look at that. Oh, look at that there. Isn't that beautiful? So really nice to put your plants in. Now you'd expect to pay hundreds of dollars for something like this. And these are normally $329 for a set retail, so $329, which is actually not a bad price because that's about $150, and then it's like $80 and $60 or something like that. It gets you $329. But we're doing the whole set. We're doing the whole set for $164.99. So about what you'd expect to pay for one pot, you get the whole lot.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. So
Very
you could dress up your al fresco, excite your lounge.
Sakura Blue says very stylish.
Yeah,
This is true.
Yeah, very stylish and very cheap. You could tidy up your terrace with a couple of these.
That's right. CNut says how to stop earwigs eating dahlia leaves. Do you know how to stop earwigs eating dahlia leaves?
Actually, it's a funny thing. If you want the organic method, earwigs love dahlia weeds. Now, what happened? I was a gardener when I was 7 or 8, and there was an earwig plague, and it was up in the Dandenongs, and a lot of people's gardens were devastated. But I worked for an old lady, and what she did, it's kind of cruel in a way, but she...
Is that hot oil or something?
No, what she did was she got soup tins and fruit tins and things like that, all these tins, and she screwed up newspaper and put them in the end,
yeah.
and the earwigs love a little dark spot of a night.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she'd put those all over the garden, and they filled up with earwigs during the night, and then she'd get a bucket of boiling water, and she'd pull the paper out and shake it in like that, and she'd laugh evilly, like that, as they boiled in the boiling water.
Oh,
yeah, it was. But the thing was that she might have boiled a few earwigs, but her garden was saved. All the other gardens in the district, everyone was devastated by earwigs.
All right, CNut, give that one a whirl too. Actually, just for CNut, who's asked a couple of questions on pest control, if you go to hellohelloplants.com.au and go to Chris's blog, everything Chris has just said, the last two things are actually in that blog. I can't remember the name of the blog, but if you just look for pest control in the blog, you'll find it.
Okay, now this is our #1 selling pot, and normally the big one of these pots here sells for well over $100. Now this is your GardenLite egg platter. It's a set of 5. Normally $509 per set. We're doing it for $254. That's only $50 a pot. So this great big pot here that's normally well over $100 is only 50 odd bucks. So you could really dress up your place with these GardenLite egg platters because there's 5 pots. And look how good they look. Look, that's with a palm tree. That's with a mother-in-law's tongue in them. They look great with a plant in them. And they're $254 for 5 pots. Show them one of them. Show them
That's
the big
crazy
pot.
good value.
Yeah, see, we'll get
Let's
this
pull out.
big
We're
pot.
gonna pull out the big one there.
Give them a good look at that.
All right, that's all right.
Look at
We're
that.
good. Come on through. Gorilla's doing
Anywhere
a good
else
job.
you'd be paying $150, $170 for a big pot like that, and that's just one of the 5 pots. What a monster pot!
Yeah, you're right. Actually, that one pot would be $150.
Yeah,
for that size.
and you've got the whole set of 5 for $250. So there we are.
Perfect. CNut says thanks, guys. You're welcome. Sakura Blue says, "Oh my God, lol." Yeah, I think they're referring to the boiling of the earwigs. All right, let's carry on with the next item here on the sale. So yeah, 50% off pot sets, guys. If you're watching this, it's for a limited time only. And we're going to wrap up the Green Friday sale on Monday, so you do need to act fast. We're open all this weekend. I was going to say long weekend. We're open all weekend long. You can come in and purchase these pot sets at this price. It is an incredible deal.
Now what we've got here is the white egg planter, and there's a set of 5. I think we've got one of the white ones missing actually. Oh, here it is. Here comes the fifth one. And so a set of 5 white egg planters, and these are only, and this is our #1 selling pot, $254.99 for a whole set of 5. Now imagine these dressing up the old fresco area, out at tidying up the terrace.
Absolutely.
Promulgating the patio. Yeah, so there we are, and $250 something. Fantastic deal, and only a limited number of these available.
That's right. Do act fast if you want to get these pot sets. We've never had them at this price before, and it's only part of these Green Friday sales, so you need to be quick.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. Let's move on to our next item, the Growers Direct Flash Sale. If you're wondering how to actually access these online, you can head over to hellohelloplants.com.au and go to the live sales page. You'll see it up the top. And you can purchase these items. Actually, you can't get the pot. We should actually make that very clear. The 50% off the pot sets is not online. It's only in-store only. So we do need to make that very clear. Everything else you see plant-wise, you can purchase online from us. But if you are able to get into us, we're at 1477 Sydney Road, Campfield, and you can get those incredible pot deals, but it's in-store only.
And it's worth coming in because we've got hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of pots, 50% off when you buy them by the set.
Yeah, and then you can see your plants that you want to put in it as well.
Yeah, that's right. You can select your plant, select your pot, get some top quality potting mix, and you're in business.
Yeah.
Now look here, I'm 1.8 meters tall, and this is up to my nose. So I reckon these are at least 1.6 meters tall. Now, nice big bay trees. Lots of people are making pleached hedges and all sorts of hedges and topiaries with bay trees. They're the tree of the tree of the month. Now, normally you'd expect to pay $100 for a bay tree this tall. These ones here are $39.99. So you can plant a hedge, you can toparize them, do whatever you like. But at $39.99, you cannot go wrong.
Beautiful. Just another Josh was just asking about the pots. Do they have drain holes for the pots?
Some do. Actually, they all do, but some of them have got rubber plugs in them for using coming indoors.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, just come on in, just another Josh, if you want to take advantage of that 50% off for all pot sets deal.
We might put this one down on the ground so you can see it better. Now, what we've got here is an advanced Little Gem Magnolia, and what I like about it, it's got flowers. Little Gem Magnolias flower like crazy. They flower better than the Teddy Bear Magnolia, and I just count, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flower buds, flowers and flower buds coming. 7, actually 7, 8 flower buds. So if you planted this in your garden, you've got a beautiful hot summer ahead of lovely, fragrant Little Gem Magnolias flowering, lovely, and it's an evergreen. It's going to be all luscious through the winter. Now, I would expect to pay a couple of $100 for a nice evergreen magnolia like this, but this one here is $99.99. So $99.99, beautiful big magnolia for $99.99.
Awesome. Now, if you're enjoying this live here today with our live sales, please leave us a like or a love
if
before
you
you
need
leave.
a bit of vivid colour, have a look at that there. If you need some vivid colour in your garden, there it is. This is Nemesia. It's a rare and beautiful Nemesia, Burgundy, and it's only $9.99. So Nemesia Burgundy, only $9.99. Beautiful, rich red flowers, really, really nice.
Wonderful. All right, it's all part of our Growers Direct flash sale happening live right now. You can head over to hellohelloplants.com.au and you can purchase any of these plants.
Yeah. They're 12-inch, no good ones. So I'll skip over that one, you come back to it. Go down the overflow. Yeah, actually they're 10-inch. Yeah, 10-inch. Yeah, they're 12-inch. Yeah, there's 10-inch that are this tall. Okay, so we'll skip one here. We'll do the terracotta egg traditional set.
All right.
Now, I love these. Do you know, like, if you don't break these pots, And these are a beautifully shaped pot. This is the sort of pot that I'd love to buy for myself, because what it is, this pot here, you can grow a plant in it and you can pull it out because it's not tapered inward at the top. It's a classic proper pot. This is the sort of pots that people have been making and using for hundreds of years. And terracotta never goes out of style. If you buy a bright pink pot or a yellow pot or something like that, a couple of years from now you'll look at it, you'll puke and you'll chuck it out. And whereas
I don't know if they'll go to that extreme, but yeah, okay.
But anyway, but your terracotta pot has been looking good for the last couple of hundred years. It's going to look good for the next couple of hundred years. And do you know that this pot here, if you didn't crack it or break it, it actually lasts you a couple of hundred years. So
just don't crack it or break it, and you'll be right.
Don't smash it or break it. Don't throw it or anything like that. So there we are now. A set of 4. Now a big one like this, I'd expect to pay well over $100 for something like that. It's a beautiful pot. Terracotta rim deck was $269. You get the whole 4 of them for $134.99. Now I bet you there's shops you can go into in Melbourne where you'd pay $134.99 just for that big one.
Absolutely.
So basically you could look at it that you pay me $134.99 for the big one and get 3 of them for free. And
yeah,
you can,
absolutely.
Yeah, and I reckon that these look good anywhere, anytime, and they'll look good for the next 200 years.
Yeah. Keep them for 200 years, why not? You're probably going to keep your house for that long when you keep it in the family. Get your terracotta rim egg set of 4 right now at an incredible price. It's in-store only though, in-store only. Please keep that in mind. So we're at $14.77, Sydney Road, Camberfield. Durry says they can get them for $30 or $60 and they're bigger where I am. Well, wow, good on you.
Yeah, it must be in Vietnam or somewhere.
Yeah, probably in Vietnam. All right. Itzami Danny says, what's the biggest pots you have? Do you know the biggest one? We got huge ones.
We got monster ones. I've got them over a metre wide and over a metre tall.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, you could sit in, you could have a bath in it, couldn't you?
Yeah.
We do have really massive ones. But yeah, if you want to check out the pot deal, and the big ones are on sale too, are they? Or?
Yeah.
So
well, individual pots at the moment, all individual pots are 33 to 30% off. Buy them by the set and knock off 50%.
That's right. Karen says great price. Yes, you are not wrong. So you do need to come in store to take advantage of those pot deals. All right, let's continue with the sale.
Okay, so here we've got British box. Now British box is not English box. It's a different sort of box. It has a lovely big leaf, and your British box. It's the best value evergreen in the whole store. We've got them in 10-inch pots for $29.99. So $29.99 for this enormous box. You could plant a hedge, plant an avenue, but get into the British box. It's the way to get a big box quickly.
Wonderful. Right, is our Growers Direct flash sale. If you're enjoying this live today, make sure to share and like it.
Now here's the deal of a lifetime. Portuguese Laurel, of any sort of size, are normally a bit expensive. I've got these great big Portuguese Laurel and they're $39.99. Look at that, it's up to my, almost up to my bottom of my neck. It's up to here. So
that's incredible value, $34.99?
Yeah, I reckon they're about 1.5 metres and they're $39.99.
Wonderful. Tennille Fellas says my 2.5 metre and 3 metre sunflower leaves are getting eaten by something. Not sure what it is. What can I do? Is there...
Do you know my mum used to have an incredible collection of plants and was the keenest gardener I've ever come across.
Yeah.
At any rate, you'd be watching TV.
Yeah.
And it'd be about 9 o'clock and it'd be dark and getting a bit cool outside. And she'd grab a torch and she'd be out there and she'd be looking, and that's how you find them. They're out there at night time. When you're in there watching TV, they're out there eating your garden.
So and that's the best way to do it, is just get them while they're catch them in action.
Yeah, and you can ID them, find the right poison, nuke them, whatever.
All
but
right,
basically, so the trick is to find them, work out what they are, and then go for them.
Excellent, and there's a good segue to your mum actually. Someone named Thos says they looked after your mum in hospital. She was really nice. All the best.
Wow.
That's lovely. Yeah, she's still going strong.
She's still going
95
good.
95 years old now, but still going strong.
Yeah.
Thanks for the comment,
loves
guys.
Loves the garden, loves the plants.
That's it.
So here we've got big bushy Dutch box, and they are $39.99 in a 10-inch pot. So if you wanted an instant Dutch box hedge, like put these together like that, instant Dutch box hedge, $39.99 for a nice big 10-inch pot Dutch box. And Dutch box, Dutch box is your actual miniature box. Like some people come and say, I want miniature English box. No such thing. There's just English box. But your Dutch box is your miniature, your genuine miniature box. These are your 6-inch. These are your 6-inch box. These ones here, and your 6-inch box.
Are these Dutch as well?
They're Dutch. Yeah. Your 6-inch box is just $5.99. That's an incredible price. You compare us with anyone else. I'd say at Manning's they'd be $9 or $10 for a 6-inch Dutch box.
Yeah, absolutely.
And other stores will be charging $12 or $14. Dutch boxes are generally normally expensive. These are beautiful and they're lovely quality, bushy, lovely plants, and they're $5.99.
Yeah,
now,
can't go wrong.
You could buy this stuff online. You can go to that QR code there, and you go to a fabulous page with over 100 specials there. You can ring up and say, listen, put aside 50 of them Dutch box, please. Or you can go online and buy them.
Yes, if you want to call, you can still do that. We do have sales staff waiting eagerly by the phone, 03 9359 331, and the gorilla wants to explain or communicate something.
Yeah, now just say you came down here this weekend and you bought yourself a couple of Dutch box. What my staff would say to you, would you like a cherry tomato for free, or would you prefer a nice hot Thai chili? Look at that.
Right.
And we're doing that for everybody who comes in and buys anything. Even if you bought a $1 strawberry, any purchase, we're giving away a free cherry tomato or a free chili plant to every customer.
That's right. That's right. So check it out. Come on in. We've got the great deals in store only, of course.
So we've got free delivery. We've got free garden design. And
free Thai chili.
Free Thai chili and free tomato. No other store is as generous as us.
Absolutely. Cletus says hi, folks, and then they sent us a heart me, which is very nice. Thank you, Cletus.
Yeah, thanks, Cletus.
Yeah, the more likes we get, it helps this video, go into the algorithms of others, and they can discover this live and help your friends and family find these great deals to do their gardens as well.
Now, we have the best price in Melbourne. These are 6-inch pot English box, and they're $4.99. $4.99 for a 6-inch pot English box, so $4.99. English box is the #1 most planted box in Melbourne. It's fantastic stuff. It's tough, doesn't need much water, doesn't need much care, goes like a rocket. It's our #1 selling plant. Plant 5 of them to the metre, but English box for $4.99. Basically, you had to be, in the olden days, you had to be a bit posh to have an English box hedge, because you plant 5 to the metre and people charge a fortune for them, so it costs you a fortune to have a beautiful long hedge. But you could plant a 20-metre hedge with 5 to the metre, would be 100 of them, and it would only be $500 for 20 metres of beautiful box hedging, and in 12 months you'd have a beautiful box hedge. So there you are, English box, $4.99. Now, say you have trouble growing English box. Say you live in an area, it's a bit hot, it's a bit frosty, the soil's not real great. Some people in some parts of Victoria really struggle to grow an English box hedge. So the one to grow, if you're struggling to grow an English box hedge, the one that'll do the job of an English box, grow a little bit faster, stay greener through the winter, is your Tom Thumb. So your Tom Thumb, fast growing, beautiful, luscious, has got a bit of a gleam to it, makes a beautiful hedge. And I've sold these successfully to people whose English box or other types of box have died, and they've almost given up on hope on having a beautiful box hedge, and they've planted Tom Thumb and they've flourished. One chap bought them again and again and again and kept extending it, because although all of his other boxes had died, these flourished. So if it's a bit salty, a bit hot, a bit frosty, a bit poor soil, Tom Thumb is going to do the job, and a lot of stores charge big money for them. We've given them away for $5.99, so $5.99. And I reckon 4 to the metre. So it's cost you about the same as an English box hedge, because with them they're 5 to the metre. So about the same price, but tougher, faster, and that bright green gloss, and maintains the green really well through the winter.
Beautiful. Joanne says, hi Chris, great channel. Thanks so much for your info. Joanne from Queensland.
Yeah. So what we've got here,
did you hear that?
What's that?
Joanne just said, hi Chris, great channel, thanks so much for your info. Joanne from Queensland.
Hi Joanne.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Glad we've got a viewer up in Queensland. That's really, really good. Now what we've got here is beautiful Elijah Blue grass, fabulous stuff, 3-inch pot, $4.99. So $4.99, you cannot go wrong. So this is great for a border, great for mass planting, very modern, very colourful. Get a bit of bright blue silver into the garden.
Perfect. We do appreciate all the comments, guys. Keep them coming, and we'll do our best to get to all of them as we go through the Growers Direct Flash Sale live right now.
Okay, now we've got Ficus Flash Standards. Now these are great. These are only $29.99. So $29.99 for a Ficus Flash Standard. So beautiful Ficus Flash Standards, $29.99. That's a great price. Now you could grow a hedge with these and have trunks on the bottom, and it's called pleaching. So you could plant them 1.2 meters apart and plant a hedge. You can put them up the garden. Lots of people buy them and put a row of them up the garden path. When I do a row of them, I do them 1.2 to 1.5 meters apart, and I'll often pop a colourful little grass or a little shrub in between. Wonderful. And you can make a beautiful entrance to the house with them. And you clip them, and within a summer, these will be the heads on these will be the size of a basketball, and the trunk will be as thick as your thumb. So they come on very quickly. They're very tough. They're very easy to do, and they're only $29.99.
Do they grow good out in the open?
Oh, they love it.
Okay.
Hot sun, get them out in the open. It's great.
All right, there you go. They make a really classy looking standard as well. Karen says, wish you weren't so far away. I mean, we do free delivery, so it just depends on what you're getting, Karen, and where you are.
But you know, people come from interstate to visit our nursery because we've got hundreds of thousands of plants, incredible prices, amazing deals, rare stuff you don't see anywhere else.
That's right.
And we're not far from the Tullamarine Airport.
So you can fly in.
We're a 15-minute Uber from the Tullamarine Airport.
Or even the Essendon Airport.
Yeah, but I was thinking more
for interstate travellers. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. You could fly in from London.
Yeah.
Right, so cool. Anyway, so what we've got here is Ligustrum box leaf privet in 6-inch pots, $5.99. So nice and big. Now you could grow with these ones here. These grow like crazy. Plant these. Give them heaps of water and fertiliser, and you can grow a 1 metre hedge in 1 year and a 2 metre hedge in 2 years, and it'll look just like a classy English box, and you only need 3 or 4 to the metre, so they work out very, very cheap at $5.99. They will transform your property. Imagine a 1 metre hedge. If you've got a long driveway, a year from now you could have a 1 metre hedge winding up that driveway. Look absolutely fantastic. I call these a property transformer. Box leaf privet, $5.99.
Absolutely perfect. All part of the Growers Direct Flash Sale happening live right now.
Now what we've got here is a standard lily pilly, and these standard lily pillies here are $29.99. $29.99.
Right. They got their little fluffy flowers on them as well at the moment.
Yeah, that's right. So $29.99 standard lily pillies, $29.99.
All right, getting quick. Limited quantities do apply on these prices as well, so you do need to act
here we've
fast.
got Agapanthus Peter Pan in a 3-inch pot. Now this is a great way. A lot of people when they're buying Agapanthus, what they want, we'll show them that. A lot of people when they're buying Agapanthus, what they want is they want to plant a mass planting of them. And you go down to your local store and there's little ones in 6-inch pots, and they're $14-15 each, and you can't afford it. But we've got them in a 3-inch pot, and we're doing them for $4.99 for the Peter Pan Agapanthus.
All right, so Suzanne says great location, and then Susanna says, do we buy online? Yes, we do. I'm going to drop the link in the comment section of TikTok there for those of you who don't have that link. The plants are available to purchase online. If you want the pot deal or the free Thai chili and free tomato, they are an in-store only promotion. But everything else you can purchase online. I'll drop a link now.
So this is Carrick's Blue Sedge. It's a beautiful low-growing blue grass. Lovely to put in as a bit of a contrast with something else. You know, even like a gold. We have a Carrick's Evergold. But use this if you're making a modern style grass garden. This is really great stuff, and it's incredibly cheap. It's $3.99. So the grower's really wanting to clear those out at $3.99.
Perfect. And I've put the link for the sale in the TikTok's comments section, so you can head over to there if you want to purchase online.
Yeah, if you want to do a modern landscape, these are fantastic for your modern landscape. They don't grow. They only grow about 35-40 centimeters tall, 35-40 centimeters wide, and they have that sort of beautiful silver frosty look. They're called frosted curls, and it's a beautiful grass, and they look fantastic. You can mass plant them and make a beautiful modern landscape, and we've done it so you can do it on the cheap. These are only $6.99, so $6.99 for Carrick's Frosted Curls.
Perfect. Part of our Growers Direct flash sale happening live right now, guys. Get in, limited quantity supply.
Now, you could be doing a property development, and this is your common tussock grass, and we've got your common tussock grass in a 6-inch pot for $6.99. So $6.99 for your common tussock grass in a 6-inch pot.
Lovely. We're looking at our landscaping items here now, part of the Growers Direct flash sale.
Okay, so now we've got the Variegated Society garlic. Variegated Society garlic has beautiful blue flowers all year round, but when it's for 6 months of the year, and when it's not flowering, it's got beautiful green and silver striped grass. So beautiful green and silver striped grass, and it makes a beautiful low maintenance border. So you can put it as a border around a cottage garden, put it up the garden path. Actually, I visited a place where I did a garden design. With the Sinkaki maple, they're $300, those ones, and then there's ones that we get from Tom that are about this big. They're the $200 ones, and in a way, if you advertise that's the wrong one. But anyway, so your society garlic, great to put up the garden path, very low maintenance border that has covered with beautiful blue flowers, waves in the wind, lovely plant, and these are only $5.99. So $5.99 for Variegated Society garlic.
All right, strappies and grasses. Carpdad 3000 says, do y'all ship to the States?
No, unfortunately we don't.
Yeah.
It's because of Trump's tariffs. We used to ship heaps of stuff to the States. No, we didn't really.
No, sorry, Carpdad 3000, we don't. But you can maybe take up Chris's offer of flying into Tullamarine Airport.
Yeah, we're only 15 minutes from a local 15-minute Uber from the local international, and you wouldn't find a single nursery. Like, you find those American nurseries, they don't even have Irish gorillas in them.
No, there'd be no Irish gorilla in maybe, yeah, probably not.
You're down in Oklahoma or over in LA, they don't have Irish gorillas in their nurseries. We have Irish gorillas.
It's pretty random.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
Thanks, Carpdad 3000. Can't ship to the States though, unfortunately.
Now look at this. These ones here, I'm going to eat one while I'm talking. These here are strawberry. Actually, it's not real good, that one.
They look great.
Yeah.
You can smell them from here too. They smell beautiful.
Yeah. So what we've got here is strawberries. Now, a lot of nurseries selling strawberries. What they're selling is they're selling seedling strawberries, which are much cheaper to produce. But these ones here are not seedlings. These are red gauntlet, which is the strawberry that most professional growers use. That beautiful, and when you grow them yourself and pick them when they're ripe, they're tastier. I think they're 3.5 times tastier than the ones you buy in the store.
Yeah.
It's been tested, 3.5 times more tasty.
That's right.
Yeah, lovely and sweet. I mean, I just had one there. It was beautiful.
I can smell them from here. They're very ripe, yeah.
Our gorilla's going for them. He's going to top up his... He eats bananas and strawberries.
Yeah, they're good luck in Ireland, I believe.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. So anyway, your red gauntlet strawberry, this is a strawberry that professionals use, and you can tell that our ones bear fruit because they're bearing fruit in the pot.
That's right. Yeah. Now, what I wanted to ask you is, do we still have our deal for children under 12 on the strawberry?
Yeah, we have
deal?
a little pot for the children for $1. So bring the kids in this weekend and we'll do them a nice little strawberry in a little pot for $1.
Yeah.
And these ones here are for the grown-ups, and these will... You pop these into the garden or pot them into a beautiful big pot, give them plenty of water and fertiliser, and you'll be, I mean, if you got half a dozen of these, you'd be off the grid for summer for strawberries.
Strawberries, yeah. So children under 12, limit 2 per child, get a one strawberry for $1.
Yep, that's right.
Here they are here. It's a good opportunity for kids to get into horticulture and learn how to grow and stuff.
So if you bring the kids down, and we had a guy in here, I think he was 73, and he came in with a pair of shorts on and he was kneeling down and he was trying to sweet talk me into giving him one of these for $1, but I told him where to go.
I thought you were going to say he came in with his grandchild to get a $1.
No. Bring your grandkids in, bring your kids in, But if you're some old bloke, I'll tell you where to go.
All right, yeah, don't try and trick us. It's an in-store only promotion as well, that one.
Yeah, that's right.
Joanne asks, Chris, what do you recommend for a meandering path base in a smaller garden?
For a
Meandering path base in a smaller garden.
You mean, okay, so a path like in Melbourne, the great thing for a nice little meandering path, something with a bit of romance and that to it, would be Lilydale toppings. It's a real Melbourne tradition. And Lilydale toppings is basically crushed limestone and it sets beautifully.
Yeah, all right, there you go, Joanne. You can try that for your path base, Lilydale toppings.
Now, what we've got here is an Acer palmatum atropurpureum, which is basically, this one here is purple in spring when it leaves up, reddy browny purple through the summer, and then goes absolutely brilliant scarlet right at the end of autumn and drops its leaves as brilliant scarlet leaves. You've got a choice here. I've got this big bushy one in a 16-inch pot, reduced from $2.89 to $1.99. So $1.99 for a purple grafted maple, great price. And then I've got these ones here, fabulous price. Now, what it is, a lot of people, you know, can't afford a purple maple, but here, $49.99 for a beautiful purple maple. So $49.99, a great deal.
Lovely. All right, it's all part of the Growers Direct flash sale.
$49.99 get you a purple maple.
Purple maple.
Now,
perfect.
Now here we've got Acer rubrum autumn red, 7-inch pot, and they are what are they?
Acer rubrum.
They're $19.99. So $19.99 in a 7-inch pot. Beautiful Acer rubrum. This is the one that grows quickly, forms a beautiful pyramidal shape, and gives you the most amazing red autumn colour. So for fantastic red autumn colour, you can't beat an Acer rubrum.
Yeah, we've got the video on in the background. If you can see the autumn colour there, it's quite magnificent.
Yeah. Probably one of the most beautiful autumn colour trees you can get, and you could use one in a suburban block in the middle of the front lawn or the middle of the back lawn, or you could put half a dozen of them. You can put half a dozen of them up the driveway on your country property.
Perfect.
And what we've got here is a coral maple, and this one here, look at that, it's on 1.8, it's about 2.2.
Yeah, no, it's probably 2.4 or 5.
So
actually.
2.4,
yeah.
And it's only, they're normally $3.49, it is $1.99. No, $1.99 for a 16-inch coral bark maple.
Beautiful. And Joanne says, thanks, Chris, for the recommendation. There we go. All part of the Growers Direct flash sale. You can purchase these plants online right now. Limited quantities do apply.
So what I've got here is a sensation maple, and this really is a sensation. 12-inch pot sensation maple was $39.99. We've put it down to $79.99. Now, what's great about sensation maples is they start to autumn colour at the end of January, and they colour and they slowly turn, until late autumn, and then they reach a crescendo of amazing colour, and then they drop for the winter. So for amazing colour, a sensation maple, and you'll find that they're really tough. Grow them in the worst soil, the hottest, windiest spot you can find, the worst situation you can possibly find, and a sensation maple will flourish there. I noticed in my mother-in-law's street, they put them there, they never watered them, they never did nothing, and they've just turned into beautiful big bushy spreading trees, and they're great. I often, when I'm doing garden design, if people are looking for a fast shade tree, one that they can sit the family under on a hot summer's day, I often go for the sensation maple.
It's a really beautiful foliage as well, actually. Even like, and it has the autumn colour as well, right?
Yeah,
like you get all
beautiful
that,
autumn colour and lovely summer foliage and fast, beautiful maple. Now, if you thought Japanese maples were too expensive, you couldn't afford one, you want to grow one in a pot, you want to pop one in the garden, these are beautiful bushy Japanese maples, and these ones here are only $9.99. So $9.99. Let's see what you get for. Look at this for $9.99. Look at that there for $9.99. A beautiful Japanese maple. Grow it in the pot. Make yourself a bonsai. Go for it. A Japanese maple for $9.99.
All right, so these are limited quantities. It's part of our Green Friday flash sale happening live right now. You can head in store, 1477 Sydney Road, Campbellfield, and pick up some of these great specials.
Now this is an amazing deal, this one here. What we've got here, let's see if you can see. What we've got here is a weeping silver birch. It's got a nice thick trunk, it's in a nice big pot. It's 1.8 meters up to the graft. It's got a beautiful strong graft in it. This is going to make a garden classic. You put this in your front garden, bit of water, bit of fertilizer, 2 or 3 years, it'll add about $20,000 worth of value onto your property. Now, normally something like this would be around $300, but we're doing these for $149.99. So $149.99. The growers only let a handful of these go, but we've got them at a price where we're doing them for $149.99. I'd snap this up. You'll never get a bigger, better weeping birch for less than $149.99.
Perfect. All right, it's part of the
And I love putting weeping birches. I just finished doing a garden design just before this, and it was the lady wanted a cottage garden with lots of colour. We did lots of colourful perennials and things like that.
Yeah.
But the main feature in the garden was we had a path going through it, and diagonally on either side of the path I put 2 weeping birches. But what was great, I gave her the flash sale price, so she paid $300 and had 2 6-foot weeping birches,
wow,
2 massive
awesome.
birches for $300, and it helped keep a cottage garden in budget. It helped keep a cottage garden in budget, and made a beautiful garden.
That's right, absolutely. What about that cottage garden you did where you did 1 silver birch and the customer's like, I wish I had got another one?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. We were doing a video the other night in a cottage garden. I love weeping birches and I tend to use them in my cottage garden. So anyway, I'd done a cottage garden and I'd done a weeping birch in the cottage garden, and the guy, and it'd been in for 2 years, it was hanging down to the ground, looked absolutely fabulous, and the guy said, I wish I had got 2 of these when we did it. And he said it was only a skinny little stick when I got it.
That's right.
Now what we've got here is one of the best. This is sea lavender. It's one of the best cottage plants around, and you can mass plant them and make a modern garden. Look at it, like beautiful big lush green foliage and amazing blue flowers. And the thing is, you can cut them and dry them and bring them in the house. You harvest them and put them in a potpourri. So modern garden, cottage garden. And they flower 365 days a year. They flower more in spring and summer, but less in the winter. But if you put a patch of them in, you'll always have a beautiful blue flower there. And they're called sea lavender. They're nothing to do with lavender. I don't know why they call them sea lavender.
Maybe the colour.
Yeah, maybe the colour. Yeah, but they're not a lavender. No lavender smell. But a beautiful flower, lovely cut flower, beautiful dried flower, beautiful cottage plant, fabulous thing. And these have been reduced from $14.99 to $9.99. Now that's a really good price because these are normally a pretty pricey plant.
Right.
And the grower, when he let him go for this price, you know, he had tears in his eyes. Yeah.
He didn't want to let go.
No, not at that price.
Too low, yeah.
Yeah, too low.
Hey, Joanne asks, can the Japanese maple you just showed be shipped to the Gold Coast and okay to plant in the meandering garden, Chris?
No, you're just a little bit tropical up there in Queensland for a Japanese maple. If I was going to...
what if they're in the hills or something in the Gold Coast, like up in the...
yeah, if you're up Mount Tambourine or something like that, up in the hills, you get away with a Japanese maple. I've seen them up there, but down on the flat, it's too hot and steamy.
Yeah, it's too hot and tropical, that's right, okay.
Now, we did a video not so long ago with the black tulip magnolia, and it was, I think it was one of the most successful videos we ever did. People all over the world loved it. People love black tulip magnolias. Now, black tulip magnolias are never cheap. They're a grafted magnolia. Only a skilled person with the right materials and things like that can produce them. So they're not in sort of common production. And generally, you'd spend over $100 to get a nice black tulip magnolia. These are beautiful specimens, lovely quality. They've got a lovely graft down here. And let's have a look there. So your black tulip magnolia, $59.99. $59.99. That's what I would normally struggle to buy them wholesale for that price. So it's a wholesale or below price at $59.99.
Yeah, it's really crazy value. And actually in that video, people thought that we used AI on the flowers.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they look so unbelievable.
Yeah, look, I think it's one of my favourite magnolias. Then we've got another magnolia. This one's called Burgundy Star, and it's a bit more red, and it's a bit more it's a more star-like flower. And again, it's a beautiful grafted rare magnolia. So if you want to get some lovely rare magnolias into your garden, go for this Burgundy Star, and it's only $59.99. And then we've got a miniature one coming up now. this one here has beautiful little flowers, and they're purpley red colour, and it's called the Genie. And this is a compact magnolia. So if you wanted a beautiful sort of purpley red coloured magnolia in springtime in your garden, and you didn't think you had room for a magnolia, this Genie is the answer for you, because it's a compact small growing magnolia. So you can have a beautiful small growing magnolia in your garden and fit it into a little corner, grow it in a courtyard, grow it in a pot, miniature size, masses of miniature little purpley red flowers.
All right, there you go. Joanne says I'm below Tambourine, very humid here.
What's that?
Joanne says I'm below Tambourine, gets very humid.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Now, if you were going to try one, a cheap maple, I think if I wanted a Japanese maple there, I reckon I would try a trident maple.
I was going to say that, yeah, maybe a trident maple.
A trident maple, and certainly a Japanese elm, a Zelkova, would do fine there.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that a trident maple, you'd just buy a small inexpensive one and you'd try it, because I couldn't guarantee it growing there. But if I was to try and grow a maple there, I'd be growing a trident maple.
All right,
and we actually will have
a shot, Joanne.
We will. I think we do have some cheap trident maples available, just little ones that we could put in the post. So we could post up one and you could try it.
All right, there you go, Joanne.
Now, this is the magnolia that changed the magnolia world forever. What happened is, when I was a kid, you could only get white magnolias or pink magnolias or sort of dark purpley magnolias, and then along came the Vulcan, and the Vulcan, a fiery purple red. We did a video on them, and they're a beautiful, amazing flower. We've done a beautiful video. So it's a really, and when you see a big bush covered in these, it's absolutely stunning. And Vulcan actually changed the magnolia world. It's the colour, the shape, and the magnolia world's never been the same since the Vulcan came out. The Vulcan is a medium-sized to small tree, and in springtime it flowers with no foliage, with this amazing sort of reddy purpley flower that's a little bit star-like. It sort of radiates out like that. And anyway, they're normally like $100, $120. We got it for $59.99 for the Vulcan.
Yeah, the colour's awesome on those.
Yep.
Limited quantities apply at these prices, guys, so do you think with that?
Okay, now weeping mulberries have been expensive and hard to get the last couple of years. And anyway, so we've got weeping mulberry here, and it's reduced from $249.99 to $199.99. That's a great price for a weeping mulberry. Now, if you've got a spot that's hot and sunny, maybe you've got a spot that's windy, maybe the soil's not so great, maybe you reckon your weeping maple or your weeping cherry, or maybe it has died, or you think it's going to die in that spot. So if you want a weeping tree that you can't kill, I've seen these growing in the toughest, hottest, driest, most miserable locations. This is the one. So weeping mulberry, a beautiful full tree, cascading foliage right down to the ground, really fabulous, at only $199.99 in a 16-inch pot. Lovely thick trunk. Look at the trunk on that, fantastic.
And for those of you who don't know, the mulberry, a lot of people don't realise you can eat it.
That's right.
It's delicious.
The variety that we've got for $199 will set fruit next spring. So you'll be able to eat your mulberry. You'll be able to go to your weeper and eat the mulberry fruit.
And they're super prolific as well. I get heaps of berries on them. Lissy says Chris is #1 fan here. And then Jay asked, does summer in Brisbane burn these magnolias like it does for the gem variety?
Oh, right, he wants to know if those deciduous. No, the gem magnolia is more suited to that subtropical environment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Joanne says, thanks, Chris, I'll get online. So that was for the
cool.
sending up some trident maples.
So here we are. This is Bacopa. Now, if you want to brighten up your place for Christmas, these are the go. You could plant these in a big pot. If you pull them out of the basket, put them in a big pot, hang them in the basket. These flower for about 9 months of the year. Beautiful white flowers. Actually, they give off a wonderful fragrance as well. You can use them as a ground cover. These are enormous white ones, perfect to brighten up your place for Christmas. Now, you'd expect to pay $30 or $40 for something like that, and these ones here are just $19.99. So $19.99. Right. We've got a heap of them out the front, so $19.99.
Get them while they're hot and the growers are at flush sale.
Yeah. Now, these are nice big pink diosma. Now, pink diosma is an interesting thing. You can grow it as a hedge, you can trim it into a round ball. They're really tough. Put them in front of your factory, put them up the side of your beach house. block out the neighbours. They're fast. They can grow a couple of metres tall. They trim up into beautiful, neat shapes. And then in springtime, you're blessed with an incredible show for months and months and months. You're just going to have an incredible show of beautiful, fine pink flowers.
Yeah, we did a video on the pink Dosma as well, which
very
fantastic.
successful.
Yeah, and it looks great when it's in full
And they're
flower.
amazing. They remind me of a heather, and covered in beautiful, fine heather type flowers.
Yeah.
Now, if you're involved in a romantic situation and you want to advance things a little, you might think a bunch of flowers is the go. But I question that, and because what happens with a bunch of flowers, it could be you've got this true love, and then you get by to give them this bunch of flowers, and then a couple of days later it's shriveled up and dying, you know. And it might send the wrong message.
Yeah.
But what you could do is you could send one of these, you could give them one of these. Now if you go to the florist shop, one of these beautiful flowers here, what do they cost? About $5 each? $5 each, so 10 of them would cost you $50. Now this one here, we've got 2 for, and this is going to flower and flower and flower all summer long. You put it into a bigger pot, give it some fertilizer, and this will blossom and bloom and expand like true love. So
and what's the price on the True Love?
$17.99, less than a bunch of flowers. So you can experience true love for $17.99.
And you get heaps of flowers on them, don't you?
Yeah. You get heaps of true love that way.
Gorilla's looking for some love right now.
Yeah.
Like.
Look, if there's any Irish lady gorillas
watching,
Irish lady gorillas, there he is. He's out here from Dublin and he's a little lonely. He would love a date tonight, a hot date.
Does it have to be an Irish gorilla?
Yeah, it needs to be an Irish gorilla. He won't go for just any sort of gorilla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
So there we are. So True Love for $17.99, and now we've got Pretty in Pink, and it's only $10.99. So your Pretty in Pink is only $10.99. Now these are a wonderful hebe. They have beautiful little flowers, lovely, and that hint of purple in the foliage. I plant them all the time in my garden designs, and they just make a beautiful low dome. And I use them with people who if you give them something big and bushy and they're not real keen gardeners and it's going to get out of hand and bugger up on them, I sell them these ones here because they're going to stay neat and nice and require very little maintenance and have beautiful flowers and a bit of that bit of purple in the foliage. So Pretty in Pink, not $16.99 but $10.99 for Pretty in Pink. That's a great price.
Perfect for doing a border as well. We did a video with one going up a driveway. It looked really good.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So Nepeta Catmint. So Nepeta Catmint, this is a beautiful cottage garden plant. You can plant these as a border. You pop them here and there, and I reckon I use, and they look, and I love them in amongst the roses, because what it is, if you put big showy flowers, like say you put those gerberas in with your roses, they start fighting with the roses because you've got gerberas looking good and roses looking amazing, and they fight with each other. But this is such a gentle, subtle flower. It's a support act that supports the roses. So very often I'll put these in cottage gardens. I'll pop them in in the garden designs between standard roses. They look really nice between standard iceberg roses. So Nepeta, and they flower, you trim them back, they flower again, feed them, trim them back, they flower again, feed them, so they flower and flower and flower all through the year. And normally, I mean, $14.99 is what you expect to pay at most places. We've got these for $10.99, so $10.99 for your catmint.
Does that make the cats go crazy, or is that just a name
that's catnip.
Oh, catnip, okay.
Yeah, now catnip is a great plant. You plant it and it gets rid of the mozzies, but the cats come from everywhere. Now, what we've got is these amazing petunia hanging baskets, and they're only $21.99. Now, if you want to brighten up your place for Christmas, you can pop these out of the basket and put them at $21.99. You can afford to pop them out of the basket and pop them in your garden. And it's a beauty. And these are going to grow and flower and grow and flower and grow and flower right through to the end of May. And if the frosts aren't too bad, they'll do it all again next year. So great in a basket. Put them in a pot and look at it. Give them a close-up look at that one there. This is an amazing one. I've never seen it before. A green and purple petunia, and it's still only, it's a real rarity, it's only $21.99. So $21.99, beautiful big hanging baskets, $21.99.
Yeah, and some of the flowers, it looks like little stars in there. It's incredible.
Yeah, it
Now,
really is amazing.
If you're enjoying our live sales, please make sure to leave us a like and share this live so your loved ones can find it.
Look at these beautiful flowers here. This is your autumn joy. Now these autumn joys are going to be flowering this autumn. And now autumn joys can be quite a pricey little item in your local nursery, but we're doing the autumn joy real cheap. So here you've got your autumn joy for $6.99. So $6.99. Get down and get into the autumn joy. Plant these up and have a real patch of joy in your garden. Beautiful pink flowers. They look great when you pop them here and there in the cottage garden, or plant them in your modern garden. Plant them as a whole big patch and really enjoy them. So autumn joy, $6.99.
All right, it's in the Growers Direct flash sale for that price, and it's limited quantities to apply.
Now these are fabulous. These are your Snowball Bush. There's your Snowball Bush. And what's going to happen with these ones here, these are of an age and a sexual maturity. They're about 2 years old now, and next spring they're going to be covered in beautiful little snowballs. And so if you buy these now, by next spring I reckon they'll probably be about 1.5 meters tall. They'll be bushy and they'll be snowballing. So snowballing this spring in your garden. And to get a nice big snowball bush like this, you'd normally pay 70, 80, 90 bucks. These are how much are they? $49.99. So $49.99 for a beautiful big snowball bush.
Beautiful. It's all part of the Growers Direct flash sale.
Now we've got Carpogrotus, and this is your hot purpley pink Carpogrotus. Now if you want to cover something up, and we've got two different colours. Let's show them the yellow one as well. Let's put them both on at once. Now, do you know, I knew about this yellow one, but I couldn't find it anywhere. Now, not everybody likes hot pink or purple in their garden, so you've got a choice between a hot pink purple Carpogrotus and a yellow Carpogrotus. And you'd expect to pay, now if you're doing a landscape, if you're a landscaper, this is the deal for you. We've got a lot of plants really getting quite cheap. The landscaper specials, these are $4.99, so $4.99.
Wow.
And you've got the very rare yellow Carpogrotus and the very popular hot purple pink Carpogrotus for $4.99. Big plant in a 6-inch pot, you can't do better than that. I've heard of nurseries selling them in tubes for more money than that.
Yeah, that's a really good deal. Only part of this Growers Direct flash sale. $4.99 for the Carpogrotus, great for landscaping. All right, let's see what we've got next.
So what we've got here is Cousin-It. Now Cousin-It, I reckon I use that in more jobs, more landscaping jobs than any other plant. I use it with modern gardens, I use it with native gardens, I use it with where people want to cover up an ugly old retaining wall. It'll cascade right over the side. It'll grow as a ground cover underneath trees. Looks great in a coastal garden. It's actually a tree gone wrong. It's a tree, somebody found it in nature. They found it on a riverbank somewhere, and it was a tree that was growing flat instead of growing upwards. And basically it can grow, and they've grown it from cuttings, and it'll grow flat in your garden. But it has the toughness. It's not like a normal ground cover that, you know, somebody treads on it and it dies or anything like that. This is a tough tree that'll really take some tough wear and tear. I see councils using them in roundabout. As you come across the river into Yarra Glen there's a beautiful big roundabout of them there, and I see them in roundabouts around the place, and they don't get watered there or anything either. So really, really tough, great ground cover, spectacular in a modern garden. Cousin-It, and this is the cheapest we've ever had them, $12.99 for Cousin-It. So $12.99 for Cousin-It.
Wonderful. And we've got a really important question here from Itzmay asking, when will Gorilla dance?
At the end. At the end.
All right,
is there any special requirements to have the Gorilla dance?
We don't have any at the moment. I mean, if you could like this live and share it, we'd appreciate that. But we will have a dancing gorilla at the end for you as part of you know, our thank you.
We came out from Dublin especially to do his native Irish dances.
Yes, and he's looking for a native Irish female gorilla tonight as well.
Yeah, that's
to celebrate the Growers Direct flash sale.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so stick to the end if you want to see that. We'll keep going with the sales.
Now, this is an Convolvulus is an amazing plant. It's just covered in those beautiful blue flowers. It's covered in those beautiful blue flowers for 6 months of the year, and normally they start flowering at the end of September. But this one here is called early blue, and it'll start flowering near the beginning of September and then flower through to the end of May.
Wow! And
sometimes it flowers so heavily that you can't even see the leaves. It's just a massive blue.
Wow!
Now this is something I love. This under my iceberg roses. Iceberg roses with this sheet of blue flowers underneath, fantastic. So I use it as a ground cover, and then I'll often use them as where people have got a big wall or something like that. These will cascade well over 1 metre over a wall. So they'll cascade down 1.5 metres and cover that wall in fabulous blue flowers. In fact, we did a good video where they were covering over a wall the other day.
Yeah.
Follow
us on the socials to watch all of our videos.
Yeah, that's right. Convolvulus early blue, and they're normally a bit pricey. I think you'd normally expect to pay 12 or 13 bucks for it. These are $9.99 for Convolvulus early blue.
Perfect. Limited quantities do apply, guys, so be quick.
Now here we've got Dichondra repens. Now Dichondra repens is probably Melbourne's favourite ground cover. Grow it in the shade, grow it in the sun. It loves a bit of water, loves a bit of fertiliser. Grow it around your pavers. You grow it in the bottom of a pot where you want a bit of green and lushness and not be looking at the dirt. This is the way to cover up the dirt. It's the way to cover things. And normally you expect to pay a lot of money for that. These are $4, 6-inch pot, $4.99. It'd be interesting to see what they do it down at that Manning's Hardware for. Somebody should Google and have a look. We'll see what they're charging for a 6-inch pot Dichondra repens down at Manning's warehouse. Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Now here's a very useful plant in the landscape. Like you could do a lot with these. These are called Mexican rose succulents. And I think we'll give them a close look. Now the sort of thing you could do with a Mexican rose succulent, I did a video, and what it was a hot northwesterly position, and there was a little crack between the fence and the driveway, and they filled it with these, and they just filled it up, and it looked absolutely fabulous. But you could get a really nice pot and put a few pebbles in it and scatter a few of these in a nice pot. You can do them just down the road from here. There's an area where they've done the whole thing. They've done the whole front garden with a carpet of these. So you can carpet the garden. You can do a board. Some people plant them in little rows in borders, but they're really. And what happens is they have babies and they breed. So that's why you don't have to buy millions of them to make a nice border. If you show them those baby ones there.
And they're easy to actually to propagate as well. You just
that's right. That's what. They'll grow and spread. So you'd wonder what to do with these little succulents, but they look lovely together like that. And you can use them as a border. You can use them to fill that little crack in between the driveway and the fence. You can use them in a hot sunny spot. You can plant them in a beautiful bowl. They look lovely. If you put these with a nice dark little fine pebble in a pot, they'd look absolutely beautiful. Or just down the road from here, there's one customer or person who's done their whole front lawn with them, millions of them, and it looks fantastic. They've got a whole front lawn of them, so great for mass planting, and they breed like crazy, so you don't have to buy a million to do a big project with them.
Yeah, so we did a video on that border. I've looked up the Manning's warehouse price for the Dichondra repens as requested. They've got a small 4-inch tube is $5.39.
Okay, so something half the size of ours. Ours is a 6-inch pot.
Yeah, so and then we're $4.99. We're cheaper.
We're $4.99.
All right, so, probably don't need to prove any more than that, do we? I think
no, that's right.
The sale is legit. It is limited though. The quantities are limited, so we do sell out fast. If you do want to get anything at these prices, you do need to be quick. Shop online, come in store, or call up the sales staff now, 039359 331, and take advantage of these deals.
Now this is Ficus puma. This is the green evergreen hedge. You plant it near a wall and it feels the wall and it climbs all over the wall in a couple of years. And we did a video about this just the other day, didn't we?
Yeah, we did actually. Yeah.
So this covers your wall, and it's evergreen and it's really flat on the wall. So if you've got a narrow space, you don't want anything too fat and bushy on the wall, and you want to cover the wall with something green. And I've seen it grow on brick. I've seen it grow on colour bond. I've seen it grow on wood. It'll grow on anything.
Yeah.
So very versatile plant. Great if you've got too much wood, too much steel, too much rock, too much brick around you and you want to turn it green, this is the plant to turn it green. And I think that this is probably the most common plant in Toorak. It's covering half the fences in Toorak. People have turned their fences
people love
green.
it down there, don't they?
Yeah.
It's got a very classy look about it.
Yeah, it does too. So anyway, and normally they're $14-15. These are only $11.99. So $11.99 for really nice Ficus pumila.
Perfect. There you go, folks. Part of the Garage Direct flash sale.
Now what we've got here is Pittsburgh ivy. Now your Pittsburgh ivy, fabulous stuff. Pittsburgh ivy is a type of English ivy, and you can put these in a hanging basket or you can put them in a pot. And a friend of mine used to grow them. He'd put them in a terracotta pot and he'd make a nice wire mound, and then he'd clip them into a mound, and they look lusher and more beautiful than an English box sort of dome. Like you make them into a beautiful green dome. But you can carpet the ground with them. You can use them as a ground cover. You can have them grow over a wall and cover a wall. These are, and they've got beautiful fine leaves. Give them a close look at that beautiful Pittsburgh ivy foliage. They're fantastic.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah. Now,
next up on the sale.
Now it's a funny thing. I was once driving to work, and it was when they were redeveloping Windy Hill. I was going up Wellington Road there, and they were redeveloping Windy Hill. And on the embankment on the front of the Windy Hill there, they were planting these, and it was the start of a drought. And they were planting them into the most horrible soil. And I thought they'll never grow. And do you know, I kept driving past there going to work, and in a couple of years, that whole embankment had turned fabulous green, cascading green with little white fragrant flowers, and it really proved that with crook soil, lack of water, terrible conditions, these things would flourish. And I remember talking to a guy in Bendigo, and we were talking about these plants here, and he said if it wasn't for and it was back when the drought was on and you couldn't water your garden with the Bendigo water because they were so short of water, and he said if it wasn't for Myoporum, I wouldn't have any green at my place. He said it's the only thing that in the middle of the drought with no water that'll turn green.
That's awesome.
So, and what this does, this forms a magnificent green carpet with little white flowers that smell like that beautiful West Australian leatherwood honey. Beautiful, fabulous fragrance, amazing plant, and it flowers all summer long. In fact, we've got some of these white flowers here. I might just have a little smell. Yeah, it's just like that beautiful, expensive West Australian leatherwood honey. So
beautiful.
Fabulous smell, beautiful, tough, fast ground cover. Create it as a lawn, cover an embankment, grow it in any sort of soil, and really enjoy that summer flowering. So Myoporum fine leaf, and they're only $9.99. That's a beautiful Australian native ground cover for $9.99.
Wonderful.
Now what we've got here is Pachysandra terminalis in a 3-inch pot. Now these are hard to get. Now if you've got a real shady spot and you want a lush dark green ground cover that'll last you for 100 years, Pachysandra, toughest plant on earth, beautiful Pachysandras, and these are only Pachysandras, normally expensive, normally hard to get. These are only $8.99 for a beautiful gutsy 3-inch pot.
Awesome, check them out. Great for, what kind of garden would you recommend those for, the Pachysandras?
Pachysandras, I would use the Pachysandra in a classic sort of a garden, and you if you've got a really dark spot, say under a tree or something like that, and it's really dark, you can't grow anything, you can grow Pachysandra there. So Pachysandra, great thing to plant in a sort of a dark corner where you can't grow much else. Lovely. Now what we've got here is Blue Star Pratia. Now Blue Star Pratia, a beautiful green mossy plant, that spreads and covers. Your people put it around their steppers, they do lawns with it, you pop them around the edge of your cottage garden, grow a whole lawn, beautiful plant, and it's tough, it's fast, it's easy to grow. It flowers for about 7 months of the year, and the flowers aren't bright blue, they're a beautiful sort of pastel blue, like beautiful pastel blue. Have a look at them there, beautiful pastel blue. Now you'd expect to pay big bucks for that, but you're not. You're paying Blue Star Creeper in a 6-inch pot, or no, a 3-inch pot. They're 6-inch pot, but when you get in the 3-inch pot, it's only $4.99. So $4.99, and then we've got the White Star Creeper. Now they're just starting to flower now. White Star flower, beautiful. Now it's a very flat, neat little moss-like plant that for 6 months a year will have beautiful white, little starry white flowers in it.
Beautiful.
And your White Star Creeper is only $6.99. So $6.99 for your White Star Creeper.
Excellent.
Might grab a big nice one of those so we show people what they're like. Yeah. Okay, so Scalanthus bioflorus lime lava. Most stores are $16-17 each for these. They're the most fashionable sought after plant in our nursery, and we've put them down to my bookkeeper's great upset, $9.99. And if
Here's
you
some
were to
bigger
plant a
ones.
plant, and have a look at these ones here. If you were to plant a plant like this, by the end of summer, put this in your garden, it'll be a beautiful green mound like that. So a beautiful green mound. And what you find, if you've got kids, you'll go out there and you'll find your little kids will be out there patting it. They fall in love with them. So beautiful, beautiful green. And from these $9.99 ones, you'll grow one like that in one summer. Loves water, loves fertilizer, loves hot sun, loves water, loves fertilizer. Doesn't like poorly drained clay soils. Now we've put some really big specials on this week. Here at Grower Direct Flash Sale, blue chalk sticks, $4.99. So $4.99. Let me repeat that, $4.99 for a 6-inch pot blue chalk stick. $4.99. Unbelievable price. Incredible price. Now Baby's Tears. Baby's Tears, beautiful soft green moss-like plant. Keep it out of the sun. Grow it in a pot, grow it in a hanging basket, but keep it out of the sun. So Baby's Tears, keep it out. Let's keep it out of the sun. And we've got them nice and cheap. They're only $4.99. So $4.99 for Baby's Tears. Now White Creeping Thyme. White Creeping Thyme, all summer long, covered in beautiful white flowers. Rub yourself up against it and you get off this beautiful fragrance. It's a lovely flat ground cover. It's one of your hardier ground covers. Plant it around your pavers, plant a lawn. It'll take more foot traffic than most other ground covers. And I love the fragrance. And the thing is, you can walk on it, you can enjoy the white flowers, and then you can whack a bit in the pizza. Tastes terrific. So white thyme, you'll never be short of a bit of, if you plant a lawn of this, you'll never be short of a bit of white thyme to go on your pizza. It tastes great. Now here's a great deal. These are 10-inch pot star jasmines, and they're beautiful big ones. So if you had, say you want to cover up a wall with star jasmine, or say you want to cover an area, you could take these stakes off these, lay them flat on the ground, and they could be a ground cover, or you can put them in a pot and trim them up into beautiful topiaries. And the thing, no matter whether you grow them on the wall, whether you grow them as a ground cover, or you grow them as a topiary in a pot, what these are going to do for you is that they're going to start flowering before Christmas, and they're going to flower right through till after Christmas and give off the most heavenly fragrance.
Yeah, they have a really lovely fragrance actually. If you want to fill that garden with that beautiful summer smell, that's the one, isn't it?
Yeah, and the other thing that they do, say you do these near your alfresco area, do you know if you have the lights turned down low in your alfresco area, these ones here, the flowers actually pick up that bit of light and they glow in the dark.
Wow.
It's an amazing thing. So around the alfresco area, if you do a wall or a topiary or something like that with these,
you shine a light on them.
And no, you don't shine a light, you just have your lights turned down low and they'll pick up what little light there is and they glow.
Wow.
So imagine
cool.
these, imagine a hot summer's night, imagine you're out in your alfresco area.
They're glowing like stars in the background.
And they're glowing like little stars on the wall.
Incredible.
With the lights turned down low, and they're giving off a heavenly fragrance.
All right,
I can remember the first time I ever smelt Chinese star jasmine. I was actually walking into a restaurant in Los Angeles, and the whole garden was a ground cover over nearly a whole acre, and the smell was unbelievable. They were in flower, and the fragrance was incredible.
They grow berserk in California, don't they? Like
they do. They love the heat. That's why they do so well here too.
Yeah.
So Chinese star jasmine, 10-inch pot, normally $99. We're doing these beautiful big ones, a metre tall, fabulous plants, $59.99. So $59.99 Very versatile plant for you to put in the garden.
All right, get on down to our Growers Direct flash sale. We're located at 1477 Sydney Road, Camfield in Melbourne, Australia.
Okay, so
online.
Here we've got native violet. Now your native violet, beautiful flowering plant. Beautiful flowering plant, and this is a ground cover, and it's a ground cover that'll grow in deep shade, but it'll also take quite a bit of sun as long as it's well watered. So it grow in full hot sun, grow in deep shade, and it covers the ground. It spreads quite aggressively, so you could use it as a ground cover under a tree. There's lots and lots of things you could do with this. You can use it around your pavers. You can use it as a beautiful little border. You can pop it here and there. It's a native plant, so grow it with confidence in your garden. Grow it in a hanging basket, grow it in a pot or a hanging basket. It'll mound up and make a beautiful flowering mound. It flowers for about 7 or 8 months of the year, and they're cute little flowers and lovely little foliage, and very few bugs or things seem to worry it. So native violet is only $9.99 in a 6-inch pot.
Great. You can head online, hellohelloplants.com.au, and check our live sales page, and to purchase any of these plants here today, limited quantities do apply.
Now here's a really useful plant for your landscape. This is called With Love, and what it is, it's a slimline camellia. And your slimline camellias grow tall and narrow. So if you've got a little skinny spot up the side of the house and it's a bit shady, these love the shade. They'll grow in the full sun, but they love the shade as well. So if you've got that skinny spot, you need a tall, skinny plant. These will grow 3.5 meters tall, but grow 3.5 meters tall and be tall and skinny with amazing fluffy pink flowers. They start flowering in late autumn and flower on into the winter. Amazing show of beautiful double pink flowers. I think you saw the label there. And With Love is normally $49.99. We've halved the price to $24.99. So $24.99 for With Love camellia.
Fantastic. All part of this Growers Direct flash sale happening live right now.
Now, most stores, if you went to buy something like this is one of my favourite trees. This is a fastigiate hornbeam. Now your fastigiate hornbeam is a beautiful tree. You can trim it into a hedge, you can trim it into a beautiful column, you can bleach it, you can trim up the bottom branches and have it bushy on top, cut the top out of it. Very versatile tree, and it's compact. A lot of people come in to me and they say, Chris, they've got a little tiny garden. I said, look, I want to put some capital pears along the fence there. And I say, look, they grow a bit big. You're going to be wrestling with them. But do these hornbeams instead. They're easy to keep in check, easy to trim, easy to keep in check. Yeah. And you go for these hornbeams, and these are the upright skinny type of hornbeam, and they've been reduced from $89 to $49.99. Wow. So $49.99 for a fastigiate hornbeam.
There you have it. Great medium. So you reckon a medium size, good for a medium size sort of border? A
medium size to small tree. Toporize it, have it. Look, in my garden designs, I use them as a feature tree. I toporize them, I bleach them, I do all different things with them, and they make a most beautiful, they're a beautiful compact tree.
Lovely. All right, what do we got next, Chris?
Now, what we've got here is your Glauca pencil pine. Now, a lot of people who want to plant Glauca pencil pines, they want to plant an avenue of them, they want to plant a whole row of them, they want to plant heaps of them. But the problem is that they can be very expensive, 60, 70, 80 bucks for just a medium-sized one. Now the thing is that they're very, very fast growing. I think if you planted these and looked after them a little, within a year they'd be 1 meter tall, and within 2 years they'd be 2.5 meters tall. So you could plant these. So if you want to do a bit of an avenue on the farm or up the driveway of your house, or a couple of them on either side of the gate.
A lot of people use those in Melbourne actually still. For borders and so forth.
Yeah, incredibly popular. But if you wanted to do a bit of a mass planting or plant a few of them, and you didn't want to spend big bucks, these ones here are $10.99, and in 2 years' time they'd be up 2.5 meters tall, and nobody knew that you just bought a little $10 Glauca pencil pine. So they've got the genetics, they've got everything there to go, and they will grow quickly, and they're only $10.99 in a 6-inch pot.
Amazing deals on the Growers Direct flash sale. Russell says, g'day.
G'day, Russell.
And Joe sent a love heart.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks for the comments, guys. Make sure to like this live if you're enjoying it today. It does help us reach more people as well.
Yeah. Now, if you want to grow a hedge or a screen, and you want to block out a dusty road, if you want to block noise, a lot of people say, Chris, what's the best hedge? I've got a big railway line out the back of my place, and there's noise and dirt and everything, or I've got a dirt road, or I've got something terrible going on there. how do I block it out? Well, Layton's green cypress is the go. Now these look little and they look like they couldn't do terribly much, but I once sold these to a bloke and he gave them the perfect treatment, water, fertilizer, the works, and he grew them 7 meters in 3 years. So 7 meters in 3 years. These are the fastest growing conifer on earth, just about.
Yeah.
And basically, it would be nothing for you to plant these and have a 2.5 meter hedge in 2 years.
Yeah, right.
And so if you're living on a busy road that's a bit noisy and you need a real block out, and the reason why these really block out is they grow really thick and bushy and the foliage is full of water and it's heavy. They're heavy, solid foliage.
Yeah, you can see from the video actually.
So if you think about it, if you wanted to block out noise in that, would you use a brick wall or would you use a paper wall?
Yeah.
So these are your brick wall of plants. They're thick, they're bushy, they're heavy foliage, and they'll block the dirt, they'll block the noise, and they grow like crazy, and they're easy to grow, and they grow in a wide range of climates and situations. Layton's green cypress, normally $14.99, these are $10.99.
Yeah, you see a lot of people line dirt driveways with those too to prevent the dust from going everywhere. Yeah,
that's right. They seem to absorb the dust. It doesn't really go through them.
All right, Growers Direct flash sale, guys. Limited quantities apply on these items. If you do want to purchase them, go for it. Go online right now.
Now I've got these big ficus flash here, and the market is, if you're on the market for a big ficus flash, you'll find lots of people have got them in big pots, but they're only little trees in big pots. But I've got these for $199. I'm 1.8. It's well over my head. It's probably about 2.4, 2.5. So $199. This would be the cheapest 2.4 meter ficus in Melbourne right now. So if you're doing a property development, if you're blocking out some ugly neighbours and you need something big right away, $199.99, and I've only got a limited number of them.
Yeah.
So
what have we got on that? We've only got 15 at that price, so you need to be quick. Yeah, they will sell it quick, smart. Someone could do a whole fence line with that on that one property.
And you could ring up and you could buy them right now. Now, one of the most popular landscape plants, people put them around their factories, they put them in front of their beach houses, they put them in their low maintenance gardens, and they do it to get colour. These are beautiful and red. These are your
Dwarf Nandinas.
Dwarf Nandina. Yeah, so it's your Dwarf Nandina. They grow to a lovely bushy round ball about 45 by 45 and have amazing red foliage in autumn, winter and springtime. And they can be quite an expensive plant, but we've got nice chunky 3-inch pots there for $4.99.
All right, there you go, Dwarf Nandina, $4.99 for those beautiful big bushy ones.
So here we've got Pittosporum Silver Sheen, nice big ones. They've been hard to get nice big Silver Sheen Pittosporums. These are nice big ones, 10-inch pot, and they're only $79.99. Probably for something that's nearly 1.8 metres tall, best price around, $79.99 for Silver Sheen Pittosporums.
Yeah, and how many per metre would you do to do a nice thick bushy hedge of those?
One will make one, and they can double or triple in size in a year.
Wonderful.
Now, if you've got a country property and you've always wanted that classic look of Lombardy poplars, these grow like crazy. They're tough, they're easy to grow, and you've got them here, Lombardy poplar, $10.99. So $10.99 for a lovely healthy Lombardy poplar in a 6-inch pot. You could plant a couple of dozen of these up the driveway, and these ones here, I would say 3 years you'd have these up 5 or 6 metres tall, and they'd be creating a beautiful classic avenue with incredible gold autumn colour in the autumn. So that's your Lombardy poplar.
It's a me. Danny says, "G'day, mate."
G'day,
He's
Danny.
hanging out for the gorilla dance, I think.
Okay, right, no worries.
Hang in there.
Now what we've got here is cherry laurel. Now cherry laurel is your grand hedge. Your cherry laurel is your they grow 4 or 5 metres tall. That's them there. They're green all year round, and they're green all year round. They grow quickly. They take and a lot of people in frosty country who want a nice. It's like a Photinia that doesn't have the red leaves. So in the frosty country where they want a green lush hedge with no red leaves at all, and they want it fast and they want it tough, a cherry laurel is the answer. Beautiful, beautiful lush green hedge, fast, frost hardy, heat hardy, easy to grow it anywhere, and often they're expensive and hard to get. We've got beautiful little 3-inch pots for $7.99. So $7.99 for a beautiful little 3-inch pot cherry laurel, so you can afford to plant 10 or 20 of them. I'd plant them about 1.2 metres apart because they're a fast, big sort of a thing.
That's right, and we did a video on YouTube. Is that the one up in Emerald near in front of that big hedge?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Well, it's got over 1 million views, that. If you want to check that out, just Google Hello Plants YouTube Cherry Laurel.
Right, so what we've got here is a capital pear. So your capital pear is $89.99. So $89.99, 6-foot capital pear. Great way to plant an avenue. Get something that you can see straight away. So $89.99, 6-foot capital pear.
Get some colour.
And $89.99, a 7-foot Cleveland pear. So Cleveland pear, 7 foot tall, $89.99. These have white blossom in spring, green leaves in summer, an amazing red autumn colour. Beautiful tree. Plant a row of them and they all grow into a beautiful teardrop shape. It looks like you've got a gardener trimming them, but they do a beautiful shape just on their own. And the white blossom in spring is absolutely heavenly.
Yeah, they have a beautiful spring and also a beautiful autumn colour as well.
Yeah, that's right. Incredible autumn colour. Beautiful bright red and purple autumn colour. Now here you've got pin oaks. Now pin oaks, they can be an expensive and difficult tree to get hold of, but here your pin oak is one of the #1 oaks for autumn colour. It's also a swamp oak, so it'll take a bit of wet feed. It'll take pretty tough conditions. It'll take hot, dry conditions as well. Grow in frosty sort of country, and it's a very upright kind of an oak. Very popular for avenues. And these pin oaks here, let's have a look. Your pin oak, your silver sheen, low, pin oak, 7-inch pot, 7-inch pot pin oak, $29.99.
Yep. Jakey Baby says, hello, Chris and Murray's Plant Farm, Pink Tutu.
Yeah,
Remembers
that's right.
from back in the day.
Yeah,
Thanks very much for the comments, guys. Much appreciated. Make sure to like and share this live, please.
Yeah. Now have a look at this. You're seeing the beautiful pinks and whites and greens. The Nishiki willow, a great colourful foliage willow, and lots of people buy these for hedges. They come in and buy 10 or 20 of these at a time, and you can afford to do it. So this is a fast, tough plant with beautiful pink and white foliage in springtime, and they're down to $14.99. So $14.99 for a nice big bushy Nishiki willow.
Yep, can't go wrong with that at all. And the Growers Direct Flash Sale, it's our Green Friday sale happening live right now.
Now here we've got we've got some hydrangeas. Now this is the Evergreen Hydrangea. So if you wanted a hydrangea that doesn't drop its leaves, here it is. It's your Evergreen Hydrangea. It has those beautiful blue flowers. You see they're very unusual blue flowers. Slightly different foliage to the normal hydrangea, but evergreen. So evergreen hydrangea, and also quite an economical hydrangea. These are just $19.99. So $19.99
at the moment. When will they flower, Chris? Would they be going to flower next year, those ones? The evergreen hydrangeas?
It's terrible, shouldn't it? Take that away.
No, we lost
So what we've got here is tea time hydrangea. We've got them blue, pink and white in 6-inch pots, and they're only $19.99. So $19.99 for blue, pink and white tea time hydrangea.
With the evergreen hydrangeas, Chris, when do they flower?
They flower summer and on into the autumn.
Summer into autumn. Okay, there you go. So soon.
So there we are. So these the tea time. Now tea time. I'll tell you about the tea time hydrangea. The tea time hydrangea is a compact hydrangea. It's not a miniature hydrangea, but it's not a big hydrangea either. It's a medium-sized hydrangea, and you can get it in pink, white, and blue, and they're all $19.99. So if you want to grow a nice hydrangea in a pot, and you want a medium-sized hydrangea, or you want them not too big in the garden, you want a medium-sized, buy a tea time hydrangea.
Beautiful. We've got a couple of hydrangea questions.
Hey Mel.
Hang on a sec. Yep.
Can you check what price that's going out for? That Senkaki maple?
All right. So Linda asks, can you mention if they need sun or shade? That would be the hydrangeas, Chris.
$3.49.
Good. What's
Chris? Linda, we've got a couple of hydrangea questions.
Yep.
Linda asks, can you mention if they need sun or shade? So when you're doing it, just mention if there's shade.
Okay, so I'll mention that. So what we've got here is we've got Mojito hydrangea. Now your Mojito hydrangea is a paniculata hydrangea, and as long as you keep it well watered, you can grow that in the sun. You can grow it in the shade, but it'll go really well in the sun if you keep it well watered. So Mojito hydrangea, beautiful in the sun if you keep it well watered.
Beautiful. And then Pea Soup says which hydrangeas can take more sun. I guess you'll just explain as we go.
I'll do that as I go through. Yeah.
There you go, Pea Soup.
Now what we've got here is what have we got here? Go for white.
So we've got the graffiti now, or?
Now what have we got? I think I've got a missing page.
I think we mixed up the last one maybe.
Yeah, I haven't got the, anyway, I'll have to wing it. I haven't got the hydrangea page in there. Anyway, so there we are. So this is graffiti. Now graffiti gets a lovely mixture of white, pink and cream flowers. I haven't got my page is not here.
Oh, okay, page. Here. I'll give you this one.
Thanks.
There you go. We're up to 89. There you go.
Great. Okay, so 89. So here we've got hydrangea paniculata and graffiti. Now graffiti comes out with a magnificent white flower, and this was the fastest, when this was in flower last summer, it was the fastest selling flower that I've ever seen. So graffiti hydrangea, and this is only $34.99, which is a fabulous price, $34.99, and it's a paniculata, and the grower who grows them in a real hot sunny paddock. Whenever I go stand there, it's as hot as anything. So these will take a hot sunny spot as long as you keep the water up to them.
All right, there you go. That answers Pea Soup's question there. So which one was that again? It's the that was graffiti.
Yeah, and graffiti, and also graffiti is a paniculata that's a medium-sized paniculata. Now beautiful. What we've got here is got Mojito, and we've got Mojito in an 8-inch pot, and Mojito is $34.99. Now again, a paniculata hydrangea, fine in the sun with plenty of water, and Mojito has a beautiful pale green flower, very exotic, very wonderful. There it is there.
I really like that colour actually.
Yeah, so Mojito, fabulous and great for the sun.
Great for full sun again. All right, perfect.
So you've got to see quite a few sun hardy hydrangeas there. Now what we've got here is these are grafted standard Australian natives, and this is your limelight, and this grows into a beautiful round ball, and this one here is your cascade. It's your waterfall standard, and this will become really thick and bushy, cascade down to the ground. Now what it is, these are normally real expensive in your local nursery, but because what we've done is we've picked them up as young cheap plants, and we're giving them out as young cheap plants. So they've been grafted. There's a lot of work gone into these, and they've been. I mean, most nurseries don't have any in stock. We've got these for $119.99. So $119.99. The waterfall and the limelight standard acacia.
Wonderful. It's all part of our Growers Direct flash sale. Head over to hellohelloplants.com.au and check the live sales page to check out these items.
Now, as you drive around Melbourne at the moment, you'll see the odd flame tree. I saw one the other day, gorgeous, just covered in beautiful red flowers.
Yeah.
And you'll see the odd flame tree coming into flower, and you'll think that the only flame tree you can get is a red, your common red one. But here is a pink one. Now this pink one has kind of beautiful cascading flowers and buds, really, really pretty, and it is only, and normally they're grafted, they're a rare grafted Australian native, they're normally a $100 plant, and we've got them here for Bella Pink for $39.99. So $39.99, and you could put a rare pink, pink flowering nice Illawarra flame tree in your garden for $39.99. An amazing, a botanical wonder for $39.99.
And they flower all throughout summer, don't they, or into Christmas?
They flower well into Christmas, yeah.
Okay.
Now what we've got is you've got your Gerilderie Red. Now your Gerilderie Red has a different style of flower to the normal one. It has a sort of a beautiful cup flower, and again, it's a rare, special plant to have in the garden. And your Gerilderie Red is only $39.99 for a rare grafted Illawarra flame tree.
Fantastic. Now, for those of you who are sticking to the end, you're going to get a special treat as part of this Growers Direct flash sale. Thank you so much for joining us and leaving us comments. Make sure to like this video before you leave and share it.
Okay, now what you've got here is your native leek. So a beautiful exotic little native, something wonderful to pop into your native garden. And often, and if you're a property developer, you can put lots of these, you know, and these are tough, they're fast growing, they're easy to grow, and normally they're $16.99. We've got them for $8.99 for your native leek. A beautiful little, delicate looking Australian native.
Lovely, there you go, guys.
Now here you've got your Callistemon Red Rocket. Your Red Rocket has beautiful red bottle brush flowers and beautiful bright red new growth. So this makes a beautiful bright, so if you're looking for a hedge or a screen, you want to block something off, you want something thick and bushy, you want it fast, you want tough, you want low water consumption, and you want a bit of colour, it's your Red Rocket is the go. And these are in an 8-inch pot and they're only $19.99. So $19.99 gets you a Red Rocket Callistemon. That's a good size, expensive little native on the cheap.
Fantastic. It's all part of our Growers Direct flash sale.
So what we've got here is yellow buttons. Now yellow buttons, I reckon it's, and this is not your ordinary, there's some yellow buttons that go all scraggly and terrible, but this particular yellow buttons is a nice silver foliage. It's low and spreading, it clings to the ground, it gives off beautiful silver all year round, and once established, this will have little yellow buttons on it 365 days a year. So a real great source of colour. Lovely silver foliage, low growing, Australian native, and it grows under trees, it grows almost anywhere, really hardy, really easy to grow, and these little yellow flowers all year round.
Wonderful. As we fly through our Growers Direct flash sale happening live right now.
Now if you're a connoisseur of native plants, you're going to love this. This is a Grevillea Molly, and it's a grafted Grevillea. And it's the sort of thing you'd normally pay 50, 60, 70, 80 bucks for, and we've got Grevillea Molly, and it's one with beautiful fine foliage, lovely flowers. Show them the label there, the label's beautiful. Show them that beautiful red flower, a really unusual foliage, and beautiful flower, very unusual Grevillea. It doesn't grow too big, and it's called Molly, and it's a grafted one, and it's only, Grevillea Molly is only $17.99. $17.99, that's less than you'd pay for an 8-inch non-grafted one, so it's a really good price.
Fantastic.
And what everyone's been waiting for is billy buttons. People love billy buttons, and here we've got billy buttons here, and these billy buttons are the cheapest price you've ever seen them for. They're normally 14, 15 bucks. These are $11.99, and people love billy buttons because they have those beautiful yellow buttons on them, lovely silver foliage. And you can have billy buttons in your garden for just $11.99. So $11.99 for your billy buttons.
We actually can't stop people talking about the billy buttons. I don't know why they're so popular, but they just love that round yellow ball, you know.
And I think they love the name too.
Probably the name and the shape, yeah.
Now here we've got Bondi White. Now Bondi White is an Australian native ground cover. It flowers for 4 or 5 months of the year, and it has lovely luscious green foliage. And when it gets really flowering, it's just covered in beautiful white flowers. And the white flowers are like little fans. You'll have a look at them in a sec. So there it is, your Bondi White, beautiful green leaves, white flowers, a really tough Australian native that's so lush and wonderful. You could put that in, I often put that into an exotic garden. I put it in with the cottage plants.
Yeah.
And I use this in native gardens, but I use it in other types of gardens as well. So Scabiola Bondi White, $11.99.
Awesome. All right, and I think this is the last product for today's Growers Direct
actually, we've got to do our indoor special.
Oh yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Good memory there,
Yeah.
Chris. Yeah.
So Thryptomene FC Payne, 6-inch pot. Now what this is, this doesn't look anything at the moment, but you should show them the label and give them an idea what it does. So, and what this does, this is a low bush. It grows about 50 centimeters tall, but it grows over 1 meter wide. It's very, 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 very hardy. You can grow it almost anywhere. And what it does, it starts flowering near the start of winter, and it flowers right through to the middle of spring. There'll be 5 or 6 months of flowers there, and they're fine pink flowers. It's just covered in beautiful dusting of fine pink flowers, as you see there. But the incredible thing is the fragrance. These all winter long, these will fill your garden with the most beautiful fragrance. Plant 1 or 2 or 3 of them and fill your backyard with beautiful fragrance. So wonderful fragrant flowers, long flowering, and flowering in that dead time in winter when flowers aren't so good. So right when you're short of flowers, when you're short of fragrance in the garden, your FC Payne is going to be delivering the goods for you. And we're selling them. You can afford to plant 2 or 3 of them. We're selling nice big bushy plants, really gutsy bushy plants there for $9.99. $9.99 for Thryptomene FC Payne.
All right, so that's the final product on this Growers Direct flash sale. It's
Yeah,
the
and
Green Friday sale.
Who's the lady we're doing the special for?
So if, I think it's Divya, I've lost her name here, but if you're still with us, we have a special just for you. Divya, any indoor plants, please. So Chris has got a couple he's going to bring to the camera. Hopefully Divya is still with us because she did ask that question over an hour ago. Or made that comment an hour ago. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us live, guys. helloplants.com.au is where you'll find this live sale happening live right now as part of our Green Friday sales, our little pun on Black Friday. All right, what have you got there for Divya, Chris?
Okay,
Divya.
what I've got here is an umbrella tree, and it's a good size umbrella tree. Now I found that this is one of the toughest, longest living indoor plants, and if it goes up and hits the roof, you can actually plant it out in the garden. It'll grow outside as well. And this one is $139.99, and I'm going to make it $69.99. So $69.99 for this beautiful big umbrella tree. This would really brighten up your house for Christmas, and we'll make 4 of these available at this crazy price. So from $139.99 to $69.99 for a beautiful umbrella tree, lovely luscious umbrella tree.
Amazing, Divya. If you are still with us, we just got an amazing special just for you, or for anyone. We're going to do a few of them at that price.
But even more amazing than that, we're going to have a little Irish folk dancing.
Yes, so it's me, Danny, was the one really requesting this Irish folk dance by our Irish gorilla. Just a couple of comments here from Joanne. Just said, thanks Chris, I'm off to work. Great channel, have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Erica just says, happy I caught you live. It's Thanksgiving here and I needed a quick break from the usual family holiday chaos. Love watching you guys.
Right.
So Erica's snuck off to watch the Growers Direct flash sale there in the middle of Thanksgiving. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
All right, thanks so much, everyone. Joe says, wow. All right, so I think you've all deserved this. Now we're going to get into our Green Friday sale traditional dance.
What about people getting this stuff? They've got to scan this code here, and you go to the page, and there's 100 specials there, and you can read all about them, order them, ring up and buy them online, drive down here, deal with us directly, pick the plants up, whack them in the back of your station wagon. There's free delivery over most of Victoria when you spend over $300. And you can buy online, get your free delivery, or come in, get your free delivery any way you want. Ring up and reserve the plants you want now. There's a couple of these, what are they called, umbrella trees on sale. And thank you everyone for your help with putting this Grower Direct flash sale together.
Yeah, thank you so much everyone. So I've just got the website up behind you, so if you head over to helloplants.com.au and you click on this live sales page, which is the pink tab at the top, you'll be taken to our live sales events. Here and click on the top one, part 2. This sale ends this Monday, although the pots, for example, you have to purchase in store only.
Yeah.
The free Thai chili, free cherry tomato is in store only.
That's right, and we'll show you that. What happens is sometimes you go to some place and you get a freebie, and you can see why it's a freebie because it's a bit scungy. But look at this here.
That's not
when you come in and you spend even $1 in our store. As you go through the till there, our staff member is going to say, would you prefer a Thai chili or a beautiful little cherry tomato? Look at this one here, it's actually starting to produce tomatoes. Yeah, look at that.
Fantastic.
So basically, come to Hello. We've got free delivery when you spend over $300. We've got free garden designs going on, and we've got free Thai chilies and free cherry tomatoes, one or the other, for every customer that comes in this weekend.
Yeah, there's no reason not to come. That's right. Green Friday sale. All right, let's have a little Irish jig.
And know that you've got half price pots by the set. You've got half price pots.
It's really crazy, and that ends Monday. So you do need to be quick in store only on those pots as well if you want the pot deals. All right, let's. Derek is itching to do an Irish jig.
Yeah,
So-
and not only that, he's itching for something else too, isn't he? What's he itching for?
He's looking for an Irish gorilla, female gorilla.
Yeah, an Irish female gorilla. Hot
Hope I
date
got that
tonight. So if you're out there and you're Irish and you're a gorilla, give him a call.
All right. All right, let's see if we can copy what we did last week. Here we go.
Real Irish gorilla, hey? You can tell he's Irish when you see him dancing, can't you? A lot of people wouldn't have known he was really Irish.
All right, well done. Thanks very much, everyone.